Hello and welcome. I want you to think about that moment every day when the alarm goes off, or the blank page stares back at you, or that challenging task lands on your desk. You feel it, don't you? That heavy internal resistance, that booming, distracting voice inside your head telling you to quit, to scroll, to stay asleep. That feeling has a name in neuroscience: internal friction. And for too long, we've treated it like a moral failure, a sign that we're weak. But what if I told you that overcoming this friction isn't about brute force? What if it's a skill, a biological process you can engineer and rewire using the most powerful technology in the universe, your own brain? Today, we're not talking about motivational platitudes. We are diving deep into the neuroengineering of discipline, focus, and sustained high performance. We're going to use the latest science to build a biological blueprint for success, covering everything from how to hack your body's energy cycles to how to optimize your sleep and learning for maximum growth. This is a comprehensive guide to becoming the neuroengineer of your own life. This path requires a profound shift in mindset, so I urge you to stay with us until the very end. If this scientific pursuit of self-mastery lights a fire in you and provides undeniable value, please consider subscribing to join our community and ensure you never miss any of our future blueprints for a better life. Let's begin. Phase 1. Conquering the internal enemy, the discipline loop. The true nature of resistance. That voice telling you to stay in bed. That's your limbic brain, the ancient survival part, fighting to conserve energy. It's not weakness, it's a built-in biological default. Your first step to discipline is renaming this feeling from failure to internal friction. The willpower hack, importing future dopamine. The popular "just do it" mantra uses what we call top-down control, forcing action. It works, but it's exhausting. The smarter, neuro-engineered way to overcome friction is to thread the reward backwards. Instead of focusing on the pain of the task, you must vividly anticipate the win. Visualize, even for a moment, the immense satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment, the completed project. This visualization triggers a dopamine pulse right now, in the present, making the effort worthwhile. You are literally importing future dopamine to power your current action. Discipline is just a delay in gratification that your brain has learned to reward immediately. Engineering the reward system. Intermittent reinforcement. If you reward yourself the exact same way every time you succeed, e.g., I worked for 1 hour, so I get a coffee, your brain's dopamine system quickly predicts the reward. When the win is predictable, the excitement and motivation plummet. To keep the fire of motivation burning, you must leverage the intermittent reinforcement principle. This is the mechanism that powers casinos. Randomness. Your protocol. Reward, but not always. Sometimes, after a successful work block, celebrate. Occasionally, delete the reward. Randomly, occasionally, delete the reward entirely. Take the coffee, the break, the scrolling time away. This small random omission creates a dopamine prediction error. Your brain stays guessing, keeps pursuing, and every future reward feels immensely more potent. You are tuning your brain for relentless, long-term pursuit. Phase 2. The art of disengagement. The focus and learning seesaw. We often praise the grind, but constant effort is biologically unsustainable and critically ineffective for learning. Neuroplasticity, the process of rewiring your brain, is a two-stage process that requires a delicate seesaw of engagement and disengagement. Stage 1. The focus trigger. When you engage in intense, deliberate focus, you release acetylcholine, which acts like a highlighter, flagging the neural connections you want to change. The stronger your focus, the brighter the highlight. Stage 2. The rewiring. The actual physical rewiring of the nervous system does not happen during the focus period. It happens during periods of deep rest. The foundation. Sleep is the ultimate rewiring tool. You must protect your deep and REM sleep, as this is when the brain replays and consolidates all the information you took in during the day. If your sleep suffers, everything suffers. The turbo boost, micro rests, and NSDR. You can speed up the learning process by engineering micro rests during the day. Gap learning, the 10-second pause. During intense work, randomly pause for 10 seconds. Do nothing. Let your mind idle. Neuroimaging shows that during these small gaps, your brain replays the information you just learned at 10 to 20 times the normal speed. You are getting more repetitions by briefly stopping. NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. Take a 20-minute nap or engage in a non-sleep deep rest protocol, a deep guided meditation or yoga nidra within 4 hours of a major learning block. This is a deliberate process to accelerate consolidation. The superpower. The true superpower is the ability to deliberately switch between intense focus, forward center of mass, and complete disengagement, flat-footed rest. You must not only work hard, but also rest hard. Phase 3. The Neuro-Hygiene Blueprint, optimizing your chemistry. Your internal chemistry, your hormones and neurotransmitters, must be optimized for performance. We can't talk about discipline without talking about the biggest drivers of alertness and lethargy. The morning light protocol, setting the master timer. The path to great sleep and energy begins the moment you wake up. Immediate light exposure. Within 30 minutes of waking, get 10 to 30 minutes of bright light into your eyes. This must be outdoor light, even on a cloudy day, and without sunglasses. The biological effect. This light pulse triggers a significant, healthy release of cortisol, alertness, and sets the 24-hour master timer for your body, ensuring the sleep hormone, melatonin, is released at the right time, about 16 hours later. This simple act is often the single most effective tool for fixing sleep issues and boosting energy. Caffeine. Performance tool, not crutch. For many, caffeine has gone from a performance enhancer to a drug used just to feel normal. Delay your intake. To prevent the inevitable afternoon energy crash, delay your first cup of coffee until 90 to 120 minutes after waking. This prevents caffeine from blocking the cortisol peak needed for natural morning alertness. Protect your sleep. Never consume caffeine 8 to 12 hours before bed. Even if you fall asleep, the quality, your deep and REM sleep, will be compromised. The baseline reset. If you are reliant on caffeine, you must modulate your intake. Cut your dose in half for a few days, take 2 days off, and then return to the half dose as your new, lower baseline. Spike your intake only when you need a true performance boost, recognizing that a small crash the next day is a sign the system worked. Taming the dopamine destroyer. Context switching. The reflex to scroll social media is a sign that your dopamine system is tapped out. The constant rapid context switching on your phone is biologically overwhelming your brain, making the real world feel boring. Your protocol. The 30-minute boundary. Avoid looking at your phone for the first 30 minutes after waking to allow your brain to process sleep information before being blitzed with external novelty. Identify the fight for neutral. If you are scrolling without purpose, simply to relieve a dull feeling, you are using dopamine just to fight your way back to neutral. Put the device down. You are no longer engaging in pleasure. You are managing withdrawal. Conclusion: the unbreakable foundation. You are not a machine meant to grind. You are a biological system meant to be engineered. The neuroengineer understands that discipline is a learned reflex, that focus is a toggle switch, and that true performance is built in the dark, in the quality of your sleep, the timing of your light exposure, and the randomness of your rewards. Willpower is finite. System design is infinite. The next time you face internal friction, remember you have the scientific tools to overcome it. You are powerful, you are adaptable, and you are in control of your own biology. If this scientific approach to discipline has changed the way you view your potential, please like this video and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And to keep receiving these deep dive blueprints for peak human performance, please subscribe now. Let your action be your commitment. In the comments below, declare your next step toward discipline. I will engineer. Thank you for beginning this journey.